Hey, it's Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
Bart.
We got a Kirkland 7-year Tennessee straight bourbon.
Tennessee, baby. Tennessee. We're going to test it.
I almost said Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Ooh, Lincoln County method possible? Probable? Who knows?
Well, they wouldn't put Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey on there if it.
They could.
Lincoln. They could, I suppose.
They could.
Well, no, they.
Hold on, because there's the one that who was
Tennessee.
grandfathered.
Well, they would say.
Who got grandfathered in? Pritchard's. It could be Pritchard's. They're throwing everybody for a
Tennessee
loop.
straight bourbon whiskey. With that label, Tennessee straight
Tennessee
bourbon
straight,
whiskey.
baby.
Not Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee
Ooh,
straight
this didn't even
bourbon
open.
whiskey.
I went to go, yeah.
Our Kirkland.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a couple of Kirkland
Ooh, friends
that send us a lot of the bottles from Kirkland.
because we can't
We
can't do Costco here. They don't do this
liquor sales
here
in Kansas
Sad.
through Costco. Yeah.
Sad.
So we don't get these bottles here.
Nope.
Anyway, Eric Evanson, once again, thank
Love
you
the
for
Eric.
sending this.
I think we should just call him like Eric the whiskey instead of like Eric the red.
Eric the whiskey.
Eric the whiskey.
So we do have a couple of other Kirkland offerings, though.
You want more than that?
That's good for today. It is 50. Is it 51.5%?
Oh, it is 51.5. Your memory is sharp.
Yeah.
And it says batch T-1796. Feel like I'm wearing more Tennessee whiskey garb currently, too. The mangas are off screen for a future show.
Oh.
Yeah. People miss the manga, baby.
I don't know why I would have thought they wouldn't.
Yeah. They're there. I even brought the tangerine, the favorite. Looks great on camera.
What's there?
Well, I smell that.
Ash?
Right.
The maple ash?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Charcoal?
Yep, feels like it's had the maple charcoal finish. I know there's something else though that's kind of like a nice brown sugar.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty faint to me. I mean, it's definitely whiskey.
I mean, again, that's what I think I got. Could it be implanted in there because of the words Tennessee? It could be.
No, I mean, that was definitely, it jumped out at me. It's kind of the prominent.
It is. Yeah, but then it's kind of got a nice, almost like the refreshing part of a cut pear. So it's not necessarily fruity, but it's got that, when I say clean and crisp, I'm thinking pear.
A little bit of lighter citrus.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that is nice, actually. I didn't expect that to be on there. What is that? Isn't that something? I'll let you go.
Yeah. I mean, Tennessee is definitely on the palate here. Does not feel 51.5%. I expected a little bit more. Of course, maybe it was too small of a sip. Nice mouthfeel, though, really. I mean, it's lighter, citruses, nothing real deep or in depth with it.
But
none of the dark brown sugars. I don't get.
I
mean, lighter.
Yeah, I'm going to say I get good brown sugar syrup.
Yeah.
Is what I get here. With touch of oak and a nice like butter pecan on the finish. The finish is actually really nice here. It's still lingering around. There's a little bit of kettle corn.
Yeah.
I like that finish here.
It's got nice popcorn.
Yeah.
A little bit of butterscotchery.
Yep. And it lingers and it's still going. That.
Second sip, definitely. First sip must have just been coating my palate.
Coating.
Second sip is definitely more on line with what expectations would be. It's a little bit, a little bit richer.
A little tiny dropper drop. Boom. Just gave you a little one. See if it does something.
Still that nice
Talking funny.
Tennessee maple charcoal note in there. Nice melted caramels, butterscotch, popcorn, kettle corn.
Actually changed it up a little bit. I got a little bit of cherry on the forefront.
Yeah, I'd say that was there before water.
Huh, I didn't pick that up. I got a little bit, my first instinct was a little touch of cherry cough syrup. But then it sweetened up mid-palate, and then I'm right back into these nice brown sugar syrups. And there's the corn. Wow, I really like this. And what I've come to expect is a very reasonable price. I know we'll get to that in a second.
I'm gonna have to look it up and see what I'm sure Eric.
Man, Kirkland is killing it, man. Costco is killing it. I would just like auto buy all of these when I go in. Thank you, Eric.
Oh my.
Eric, the whiskey. What? No, don't tell me. Hold on, let me score this. I'm enjoying this. I mean, it doesn't have a depth of richness, but I love this. I love this corn finish. I'm going 88, almost 89.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
That is really, really good.
I was gonna say 89.
I was close.
I think,
but I'll stick 88.
I think if there was a little bit more depth, a little bit more age, if it was just a little bit richer, it would push it into the 90 for me. Right there, 88. I'm going 89, just right there. That definitely exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
7 years old, 51.5% ABV.
Good ABV on it.
$29.99.
Oh, get a case of it. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Well, what's the label? It's got whiskey.
Isn't that something?
Whiskey Advocate, 91
What does it say?
points.
Oh, really?
Just saw that at the top.
Huh.
So I must have got a review from the Whiskey Advocate. They gave it a
Nice.
91.
Okay.
We're not far off from
I
that.
thought that was saying proof. I didn't even pay attention, but that wouldn't have been anywhere close to correct at 50, 51. You know I'm not good with the math.
51.5 would be 103.
91! They got a 91 proof in there. I didn't look at it close. I saw some numbers there, and you're right. I would have been way off. All right.
It's surprising. It's good. Exceeded expectations. Like I said, now the only problem with these is you got to be in an area with a Kirkland.
Yeah.
If you're a bourbon drinker,
Boy, you're going to like
snatch
that.
this up.
Yeah, Tennessee drinker.
Yeah.
So you're going to really like that, I think. Who's going to get mad that it's called bourbon, which you and I both know that it legally can be?
Sure.
Even though if it's we're assuming, because it doesn't say on here, that it's using that Lincoln County method.
Right.
But it sure tastes like there's some in there.
Yeah.
I feel like it did a maple charcoal mellowing.
Now most, I think once it goes through the Lincoln County process, if they do that, which is an extra step, they put Tennessee whiskey on there.
Right.
We've got a Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey.
Yeah.
So purist,
you figure that's not happening?
your purist's argument is once it goes through the Lincoln County process, it's added something to it, it's no longer a bourbon, blah, blah, blah.
I can see all that, yeah, but I think it still fits the legal definition. That is curious, though. Is it just my mind saying that I'm picking up that maple charcoal?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's like the Texas heat. Sometimes
Okay,
you get,
yeah, you can
Texas
definitely
whiskey,
pick
you
up
pick it up.
sagebrush sometimes.
We have had a couple of comments lately about the Lincoln County process and charcoal mellowing being the same thing. I don't think it is.
Well, that's because you were
We've been
talking
told-
about with the order of when they do it.
Yes. The Lincoln County process occurs after distillation, before aging,
But prior to going into a barrel.
prior to going into the barrel.
And your understanding is,
Charcoal mellowing happens after the whiskey ages,
God, I can't imagine anybody
and then
doing
they'll
that.
charcoal filter it to remove some of the harshness.
Okay,
and
right. Because
It's
the
more-
idea
well,
is
it's
it's
not-
a younger whiskey.
It's more like a kind of like a water filter type deal now. I'm just using that as an example. It's
Sure.
not a water filter, but I
Right.
mean it's along those lines. You've taken your whiskey, you've aged it.
We have had some young Tennessee whiskey that's gone through that process, and it tastes good, which is why I think I kind of like some of the brands that way too. That I think they can put out a younger whiskey once it goes through that process. I think.
Yeah, but there's also there's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys or Kentucky bourbon that has used charcoal mellowing as well.
Somebody put it in the comments. I bet you we have an expert out there that'll
Yep.
just layer it in on the comments and say you guys are dumb, which is
We
why
don't-
we're called the Scotch Test Dummies. What is it?
We don't do the research.
So you have to. Although our fans comment all the time, the comments are very valuable.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be tasting notes in there, name calling occasionally is in there,
Yeah.
and other high level tips.
I think we learn a lot of stuff through
Yeah.
fans,
Oh, I do.
through
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah. Right.
So, and
All right.
Wikipedia.
True. Scotch it. You Scotch guys.
Cilantro.
Dummies.